Sorry. Nityanandam. So let's settle. Vicky, can you settle? I like now. Welcome back to another session of the Essence of Living Enlightenment. Today we are going to work on part 2 of chapter 5, still on the topic or the spiritual principle of integrity. In Sanskrit, it's called Samputi. So today is lesson number 9 of the Essence of Living Enlightenment. So welcome to Kailasa, Singapore. Today is 4th of June 2025. Very warm welcome to all of you, whether who's joining me here in physical Ardinum space and or in Zoom or social media. So without further ado, let's start by preparing ourselves to enter into the inquiry of this session. Sit with the back straight, aligning head, neck and spine in one straight line. Close your eyes. Begin to feel the physical body awareness from head to the toes, fingertips. Flood your presence throughout the whole body, leaving no parts unattended. Then expand to the next layer of your awareness, your breath awareness, by breathing in very slowly and deeply, inhaling. Enter into a gap, a pause, a neutral zone, then exhale very slowly and completely. And then the second gap. Continue to breathe in and out with awareness of the two gaps. Let's take a few minutes to come to the present moment, the space of Shravana, listening. Feel this restful awareness as you integrate this body and mind to the now, and also integrating you and existence in the present moment. In that restful awareness, let's begin by invoking Swamiji by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, followed by 3 times Mahavakya. Take a deep breath. Nityanandam Paramasukaram Kevalam Dhyanamurtim Vanvatidam Gagana Shatrisham Tattvamasya Rilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Savadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarihitam Sadguruntam Namami. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Bow down, requesting Swamiji, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, to bless us with the knowledge of Samputi, integrity, in this lesson, so that we catch the deeper truth about living with integrity. Okay. So once again, those who just joined, a very warm welcome to all of you. Let's enter into today's session. Let's go to the next slide. So we're going to cover a lot today. It's a long list, as you can see the topics. So I'll do a quick recap for people who didn't attend last week. And then here are a list of the topics that we're going to cover, because integrity has got a lot of layers of depth. So in today we are going to address how to dissolve your self-doubt, how integrity is a basic requirement for life. If you want to live life with fulfillment, you need to live with integrity. And Swamiji said that if you have the energy but without integrity, you're living in fantasy, which means you're not grounded. And also with integrity, it can awaken your creative capacity, your creative energy. And also your ability to visualize leads to creation. So integrity fundamentally makes you a super achiever, high achiever in life. And also it awakens your Kundalini Shakti, the inner potential energy. And above all, all your integrity is rooted in all your negativity, non-integrity is rooted in the past. It means something happened in the past and you forgot to align back to the space of completion. That's why you're missing integrity. So then he says, stop your negative self-fulfilling prophecy, which is what our mind constantly try to replay the negative self-fulfilling prophecy. So he say how to stop it, and then he say fundamentally drop your past failure. Okay, so these are what we're going to cover today. Next slide. So a very quick recap what we did last week on a summary. So last week's Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivan, he reviewed what is integrity. He said integrity is you fulfilling the word and thought you gave to yourself and to others, and experiencing a state of purnatva, completion with yourself and with life. So that is the definition of integrity. Not just completion with life, but you also complete with yourself. So he said that your life is built on the words and commitments you give to you and others. It has to be without any unconsciousness or unawareness. When you are unaware and unconscious, that's where you create mess. So integrity forms the basis for your life. If your life is in a mess, be very clear, you have not been integrated. So integrity is part of your very life energy. It is the energy on which you and the whole cosmos run. So that is the energy we need to catch. We need to again align back. So just decide. He gave a very powerful technique in last lesson. He said, just decide when the moment you wake up or the moment you're going to fall asleep, just say, from this moment, I will honor the words I utter to others and me as my life. So that you don't say things loosely, unconsciously. You say that I'm going to honor everything I say to myself and others. Okay? Then you start seeing the inner thoughts or inner chattering will drastically reduce. So that is the technique he gives. So that's what we covered last week. So now we are entering into the new part 2 of integrity. So please provide listening from this moment. Next slide. So the first thing he says that you can dissolve your self-doubt just by living with integrity. If you have a lot of doubt about what you can do, your possibility, understand? Start aligning to integrity. He said, living true to your words means living without your mind. Because you're already given the words, you're just doing it. So your mind does not need to interfere or give you some delusional ideas. See, you may not have destroyed your mind yet, but you will use the mind when you need it. That means it is there, but only when you need it, you will use it. So you'll be moving through your life in an unclutched way. That means you'll not be clutched to certain emotions, certain desires, certain greed, certain fear. That kind of different emotion will not happen when you start living with integrity. So he said being unclutched means you will not be tossed around by a constant flow of random thoughts. See, if you are not able to be aware, you will see that your mind is constantly flowing with random thoughts, irresponsible thoughts, right? So you'll be in an inner space of restful awareness when you don't have all these random thoughts. So you'll just be aware. And that expresses as integrity and high achievement. So this is a space that most enlightened master reside the inner space of restful awareness, which expresses integrity and high achievement. That's why if you live around an enlightened being, you will realize their life is very intense. There's no moment of non-integrity. It's just high intensity and high achievement. Next slide. So he said, the next thing he said, if you are truly integrated, you will not give a single false promise to yourself or others. When you're truly integrated, you only speak what you mean and you really think you can fulfill. You will not say things knowing that you are not going to fulfill. You just say it just to be nice, or say it just to get over with the situation without meaning to fulfill that. That should not happen, okay? So he said, with integrity, you will literally wipe clean your inner space with all the unwanted beliefs that you constantly carry. See, our beliefs come from where? Societal conditioning, whether it's from parents since young, whether it's from people we live around, from the schools, from media. So things, ideas, or beliefs get inserted into us from external world by the society, and we carry that, okay? But when you start living with integrity, all this start getting cleansed, eradicated. So the strong belief you carry that you are a failure will continuously lead you to failure. Like, for instance, society tell us we're a failure, right? And if you believe that, then you are going to fail. But when you start living with integrity, you will diagnose all these self-fulfilling negative prophecies. You will just realize all these stupid ideas into me, and then that's how I suffer. See, living with integrity, you will constantly all this self-fulfilling negative prophecy, you realize that you used to feed yourself with, and you basically remove them from your inner space. You know how to say, drop it. This is not serving me anymore. These are ideas that I picked up from society, which is not aligned to the cosmic truth. Let me drop it. So by continuously, consciously cognizing this, your incompletion gets healed through this process of aligning to integrity. Okay? So that is very important. This self-fulfilling negative prophecies that, if I do this, something bad is going to happen. All this kind of negativity that society, make you believe will all be dropped. You will just realize, this is just faulty cognition that I pick up from society. Let me drop it. That's what is happening. Like for my case, when I saw my parents and a lot of those old folks that live around me, that by the time they reached certain age, many of them had a lot of sickness, right? And a lot of them die from sickness. And I told myself, I thought that everybody will eventually lead to sickness and then exit the body. But when I read, Swamiji told us to read this book, The Graceful Exit. Okay, it's a book compiled by, I forgot the author's name. He talked about graceful exit by all the enlightened beings. And after reading it, I was like, oh my God, there are many fascinating ways to exit the body without, going through the normal human route, which is sickness, right? Suffering in sickness, then you die. I was like, oh my God, I was like so inspired. I said, I'm going to choose the way how I'm going to exit the body. Not the way that my parents will be doing, because they all have sickness and then they're going to leave the body in sickness. I said, no, I should have the freedom to create a healthy yogic body. And when my job is done on planet Earth, and I can just relax and withdraw the life force and just merge into the source. So that was like, wow, this is possible. Let me just work for that, work towards that. So many of us don't have to align to what society taught us, once you start living with integrity, your higher possibility also. Next slide. So here's the activity. All of you, please take a paper or your book of card. So he says, write down all the self-fulfilling negative prophecies that you constantly feed yourself with. See, one by one, cancel them out and make a conscious declaration not to allow them in your inner space ever again. Like for instance, I can't do this. This is too difficult. Write it down. I'm so scared. What is going to happen to me if I do this? I do not know if I can make it. So all these self-fulfilling negative prophecies, they come from self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial. Write them down. Because when you have all this negative thinking, it makes you shrink from that vast space possibility as Paramashiva. You shrink because they've fallen into human level. So now he's asking you to write down on a daily basis, what kind of self-fulfilling negative prophecies that you are constantly feeding yourself, cherishing it within you. Write it down. I give you a few minutes to write. You can see just within the last 1 week, what kind of negative thought current you entertain within yourself. Just write it down, okay? Do this sincerely, because this is going to reveal your mind, how your mind operates, and how you feed your mind with all this self-fulfilling negative prophecy. Because when you feed your mind with this, then the mind can feel justify its existence. Otherwise, if you don't feed them, the mind will just have to be silent. So write it down. One of the very self-fulfilling negative prophecy is, can I get enlightened in this birth? Will I liberate myself in this birth? A lot of people have tremendous doubt this possibility. If you have that, write it down. Or another self-fulfilling negative prophecy is like, it's like no matter how hard I try, I'm still not able to come out of it, or succeed, for instance. So all this negative self-talk, how you talk to yourself in a way, please list it down. Like for instance, if you want to manifest wealth, or you want to manifest some new reality, and even though that comes as a level of your desire, but deep down you have certain doubt. Deep down you still think that you are not able to make it happen. Write it down. What are the thought current that you entertain that makes you think that you're not going to make it, think that it is too hard, too difficult, too hard, impossible. So write it down. Next slide, let's go on. I hope all of you have finished. So now, Swamiji said that integrity is a basic requirement for life. This is so fundamental. He said, if you have integrity, nothing else matters. Understand? Nothing else matters. I was like, oh, so simple. He said, if you don't have integrity, nothing else matters. It's like if you don't have nothing else that you do is going to play an important role. but you have integrity, that is one thing that is going to make everything happen. So he said, no technique, no method, no technology, no meditation, no kriya, nothing. He said, will work for you unless you bring integrity in you. So this is fundamental. All your spiritual endeavors, right? What you're trying to do with your spiritual work, or what you're trying to do with your health, what you're trying to do to bring a Vedic mind, whatsoever. All the techniques that are given to you, they will not work unless you bring integrity into you. I've seen it again and again in among many devotees. When they miss integrity, all kinds of solution that Swamiji gave doesn't work for them. They are not able to practice. They're not even able to do it. Ask them to do completion. I can't do completion. I don't know why I'm not able to do completion. Because, if you don't live with integrity, if there's non-integrity with the guru and non-integrity with yourself, all kinds of technique that you try cannot work. That is true. Okay? So, before you even try to attempt many other things, align yourself back to integrity. That is fundamental. So he said, only with integrity does any technique, any kriyas, any spiritual teaching, any yoga, any life start happening in you. This is so fundamental. That's why people can go to temple, pray, go to attend lots of different puja, go and, like social butterfly, just flying around, go and do different things, but no massive transformation happens because the missing fundamental requirement for life, which is integrity, is not happening. So constantly digging out the root pattern which makes you powerless, which makes you struggle with life, can happen only with integrity. Okay? So whatever you're struggling now, be very clear. You need to go and dig out what is the root pattern that make you powerless and make you miss integrity. So once you are able to align back, you see you have a new beginning, new life, or like a new birth. It can only happen with integrity. Okay, next slide. So he also said that authenticity can be practiced. Authenticity means raising yourself to the next higher capacity, right? So we can allow a certain practice period for authenticity. But for integrity, it has no practice period. It does not need any practice period. All you need to do is start living it. Start living it means you don't utter words that you can't fulfill yourself or to others. Start living this basic principle. He said, like a man without integrity, even if he says, oh, I'm surrendering to you, Bhagavan, I'm surrendering to you, my master, you cannot believe him because he cannot even trust what he's saying. How can you trust that he's going to surrender, right? He doesn't have the integrated being to be able to truly surrender. That is the reason why Swamiji say, align yourself back to integrity. Then you can talk about surrender. Whether you live a spiritual life or ordinary human life in society, integrity and authenticity form the basis of life. So these are the two important spiritual principles, tattvas, that form the foundation for your life. So if you can do the first two, then the next two will just happen effortlessly. This first two is the real groundwork. Integrity and authenticity are the two groundwork that all of us need to lay the foundation. Then you will start seeing responsibility happen, leadership consciousness happen. You will naturally want to enrich people. You won't feel like a torture enriching people. So here's a click that he wants to give. Integrity has no practice period. You just have to start living it. Okay? So don't think, let me practice for a few months, then I can start living it. No, start living it now. The moment you remember, you as here now, start living with integrity. Next slide. So he says that if you have the energy but without integrity, hey, you're living in fantasy. You are, in the dream state. You're not grounded. So this is what he says. He says that having desire is not wrong. Everybody has desire. Desire is what makes you jump out of bed every day and wake up to do something, right? So having desire is fundamentally not wrong. But not having the integrity to fulfill these desires, which are the words you have given to yourself, is wrong. If you someday you say, oh, I want to do this, this is what I aspire to do, but you are not integrated to the words you say to yourself, this is fundamentally wrong. Like for instance, I declare in the second half this year, okay, I'm going to make a trip to Swamiji's hometown, Tiruvannamalai. I'm going to spend some time there, recharge and visit all the different shrine of the enlightened masters, because down there are so many enlightened beings, Jiva Samadhi. So I feel that, my being wants to be there to spend some time there, and whether it's soaking into the high energies field of Arunachala, in the Jiva Samadhi. So I say that I'm going to do it. So same way, when I say that I'm going to do it, I make sure that somehow I have to plan this trip. I have to make it happen. If I say, oh, never mind, something happened, okay, forget about this trip. No, that is not going to, it is just fantasy. I'm just speaking I'm not actually making it happen. So that is what Swamiji is saying. All those your desires, all the wants you wanted to manifest, make sure once you declare it, you have to start making sure that you're integrated to the words you say and make it happen. If you are not able to make it happen, then complete with that, so that you restore your integrity. So he said, when you're integrated, you will either work to convert your desire into reality, or if you are not able to fulfill those desires, you complete with yourself and accept the reality as it is. So just do this, at least you're still back to the space of integrity. See, if you don't convert the desire to reality, that means the desire is still living inside you and still living like a residual, impurities inside. And it will continue to haunt you. You will have a chunk of all this non-fulfilled desire inside you, and they will constantly disturb you. Then if you know that you're not able to fulfill, then at least you complete, so that all this can be dropped off from your inner space, so that your inner space is empty. The more space you have, the more space you can use for creation. New life can happen for you. If you're crowded with all kind of impurities, all kind of things hangover from the past, then where got space for creation? How can you manifest new things? There's no way you're going to manifest new life when there's no space inside for creation to happen. Understand? Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah? So that's why you need to empty out, letting go all this, either non-integrated things or things that you declare, make it happen. When you make it happen already, okay, you leave your system. So he said, when you don't have the integrity to convert the desire into reality, they will remain hanging as an unfulfilled fantasy, incompletion in your life. Don't do that, because if you accumulate a chunk of it, you become like a disturbance. A lot of inner chatters happen because all these non-fulfilled desires stay inside you as incompletion. Okay, got it? Next slide. So here's the thing. Swamiji said that the Muladhara chakra, the root center, the base chakra, okay? The root energy center is the energy center that controls your ability to create the reality. That means manifestation of the energy into physical reality come from this Muladhara chakra, okay? So whatever you want to experience, if you're grounded, you're not living with it, with fantasy, you know how to integrate it. You can just manifest whatever reality you want. Let's say you want to, by end of this year, I want to manifest $50,000 in my bank balance, for instance. Or by end of this year, I want to go to visit Tiruvannamalai, for instance. Whatever may be the declaration or desire. Okay? So the energy center which control this ability to manifest the reality is your Muladhara chakra. He said the energy flow to this center gets blocked when you are filled with fantasy or unfulfilled expectation about life. So if you constantly don't honor your word, then you are only living with fantasy. You are just having all these dreams but never make it into reality. So when you lack integrity, your life will be nothing but unfulfilled expectation from you and others. So you hear a lot of people like this, right? They talk, they just hot air, a lot of hot air only. Have you met a lot of these kind of people in life? A lot of hot air, oh, I want to do this, but never make it happen. So these are the people when they are living with fantasy, which is lack integrity. Okay? So Muladhara chakra, the root center, has a certain innate energy, a vast reservoir of inner potential energy, which is Kundalini Shakti, which lies dormant. Your Kundalini energy lies there like a serpent energy asleep, dormant. When you start living with integrity, this energy becomes a powerful visualization, which can manifest as a reality. Some people have, he said, oh, I can't visualize, very hard to visualize. That's because they don't live with integrity. When they start awaken this integrity energy, you will see the visualization powers gets awakened, and that powerful visualization will just create that reality. So when there is no integrity, your desire remains as unfulfilled fantasy again and again and again. So then you will lose confidence in yourself because you always talk only but cannot manifest. So whatever you try to desire is remain as a fantasy. No capability to convert desire energy into reality. Next slide. So whether what you visualize is going to become reality or not, it depends on your ability to live integrity. If you feel that you have not been able to manifest the outcome you want, the reality you want, go back and realign yourself back to integrity. That alignment itself will again and again help you to manifest the reality you want. Okay? I remember Paul wants to manifest a home by the sea view, right? Okay, now it is still not happening, right?
I am looking out, but yeah, I mean, I probably still need some funds.
So then in that case, looking at certain aspect that you miss integrity. Okay, so once you constantly live in high integrity, then that declaration itself just will manifest. Okay, so your verbalization or inner chatters becomes visualization only when you have integrity. This is a very important click that all of you need to have. Whatever you speak, which is a verbalization, becomes your visualization only when you live with integrity. Only then can your words be transformed into reality. So the alchemy of converting your words into visualization, that alchemy is integrity. Okay? Any questions so far? Clear? If you're clear, I move on to the next slide. Okay? So now here's a practice. All of you please take your notebook and start doing this practice. Swamiji gives practice in this living enlightenment, essence of living enlightenment, because these are something. See, when we were in inner awakening, we spent at least the first 10 days. See, inner awakening when Swamiji introduced since 2008, it's a 21-day program. So in the first 10 days, he has evolved the program. The first 10 days, we're just working on completion with ourselves, okay? So we spend a lot of time. So right now, there's no inner awakening. At least now when we're doing this session, please start doing it as a homework, okay? So he said, today, choose a desire you would like to fulfill. All of you now, whatever desire you want to do, let's do it as a practice, okay? Pick one desire that you want to manifest. Let's play with the energy. Play with your energy now. Your Muladhara Chakra, your Kundalini Shakti. He said, throw your whole energy into fulfilling that desire. Whether it's manifesting your dream home, whether it's manifesting money, manifesting your own business, becoming your own boss, manifesting a spiritual trip like myself, whatever may be that manifestation, okay, that desire. At the end of today, and it means, after we finish and by tonight, if you're unable to fulfill it, okay, then complete with yourself that you're unable to complete the task or accept the reality. Try this practice for a few days. Okay, say today you pick one desire, okay? Let's say before you go to sleep, you say, I'm going to do this completion, for instance, okay? That means you have to fulfill by today, but before you go to bed. You pick one desire you are going to fulfill before you go to bed. Whether it's doing some completion or doing some work, whatever it may be. So you throw all your energy as your life to fulfill that one desire that you say you're going to do by tonight before you go to bed. Now, if in the event that before midnight, you're sitting on your bed and you feel, oh, I'm so tired, I don't think I can do it because I say that I want to do this, but I feel so sleepy now, I'm not able to do it. So then you are going to complete with it. Okay, I complete that. I originally wanted to do this before I go to bed, but it seems like my body is not able to handle it more. Let me just complete it. Okay? Now, if you do this practice for a few days, that means whatever you declare on that day and then you want to complete, and you're either you fulfill that desire or you are going to complete if you're not able to fulfill it. By doing it for a few days, like a practice, becoming part of the way you exist, you see that you become integrated in your thinking and your words. See, this practice is to make sure that you start becoming integrated to the thoughts and words and actions. Thoughts, words, and action, these three things. Alignment to these three things, and the right energy will flow to fulfill your true desire. Do this for a few days because this is about alignment and awakening the energy flow to start manifesting your true desire. Do you all understand what I'm saying? See, your energy is not going to awaken unless you start becoming integrated. So do this for a few days. You start intensely making sure that whatever you declare, whatever thoughts that you have, desire you have, and you give words that you're going to do it to yourself, and then make sure that you do it. Okay? If you are not able to complete, then at least complete with that task and accept the reality you are not able to fulfill it. So that you start living with integrity. You restore your integrity. Understand? Everybody got it? Yes, this practice. Do it consciously. You see how you start becoming integrated in your thought, words, and action. And once that starts flowing, you see that your energy, your Kundalini Shakti will get awakened to start manifesting your true desire, whether it's manifesting a dream home, whether it's creating money, whether it's going to Malay, whether it's manifesting wealth. Everything can start happening when you start practicing this. Okay? Shall we go on to the next slide? Now, he said, awaken your creative capacity, not just manifesting your desire into reality. He gives another dimension of this, the benefit of living with integrity. He said, see, without living in integrity, which reduces your inner chatters, you cannot clearly visualize the highest vision for your life. Your vision for your life cannot happen when you don't have integrity. You will only be filled with irritation, useless verbalization. You feel agitated. And whatever you say, you just don't mean it. Useless. Okay? So he said, what is verbalization? He said, one way to think of verbalization is to use the analogy of the thread being created out of cotton. You know how the cotton ball, the cotton flower, right? They gather from the cotton flower and they form the cotton ball. And then they start threading the cotton ball into a thread, right? So then from the thread, then they can weave into a cloth, right? Into clothes. So, see, he say visualization is like the cotton, the base material for creating something. So verbalization is like the thread. You have to thread, many rounds, then you form a piece of clothing. So the thread is the product made out of the base material, right? From the cotton comes thread. Then from thread only, if you have the cotton, then it's easy to make thread out of the cotton, right? If you don't have cotton, nothing you can make, correct? So if you only have thread, it is not possible to make cotton out of it. You understand? If you only have thread, it is not possible to make cotton out of it. You can't make cotton from that. So please understand verbalization and visualization, how both plays an important role. When you have the power to verbalize, which is the thread, the cotton is the visualization, because everything is created from your inner space. Your inner space is like a cosmic womb, Hiranyakaupa. Hiranyakaupa is the space, everything is created from space. Even this whole cosmos, Mahadeva created this whole entire cosmos from his visualization. Understand? So everything manifests from visualization, just like a painter, a sculptor. Before they paint or sculpt something, it happens in the visualization first. Correct? First creation is here. Then the physical creation happens. Same way, when you want to manifest something, first visualization, creation is happening here. So your ability to visualize, creating the vision, what you want to manifest, must be solid and crystal clear. Then the verbalizations, the actions will just simply flow. Do you understand what I'm saying? What Swamiji is trying to say in this? Okay, how your creative power can be enhanced when you start living with integrity. Okay, next slide. So when you add integrity to your life, suddenly your visualization power in your Muladhara chakra awakens. See, right now you only have verbalization. You talk, babble, blah, blah, blah. But unless it becomes visualization, it can never become reality. Understand? Talk is cheap. Everybody can talk. But can someone manifest through the power of visualization? That is important. See, like yesterday, I was doing the healing and manifesting Shakti at the Adinam. One gentleman came and he wants to get the job he wants, okay, which he has been working for months already, going through interview, and he's almost at the final round of getting the job. Okay, so I told him, look, Just sit and visualize you're already doing this job. Whatever you can visualize as if it is already happening now. So I make him sit and visualize that he's already doing that job using the power of visualization. Okay? So here's the important role, important truth, important clip. Unless it becomes a visualization, it can never become reality. Can anything be made into reality if you don't visualize it? No. If you can't even foresee yourself, no, don't have the inner vision of what you want to be, then be very clear. Whether business, whether it's new possibility in life cannot happen. You must be able to ability to visualize how are you going to enrich the world, how are you going to live your life, how are you going to fulfill your desire. That visualization must happen. Then it becomes reality. Becoming reality is possible. Understand? So if you clean up your inner space with integrity, you will have powerful visualization. Then picking up the right verbalization is simple. Piece of cake for you. Very easy. You will create what you want in the world. You just declare me, boom. It starts happening. You just say, I'm going to manifest this. Tung. See, when I say I'm going to visit Tiruvannamalai, I have no doubt I will be there. I just need to pick which month and which period and then get the right information and book the ticket and disappear. I know this is what is going to happen. So, same way, whatever you want to manifest. Next slide. So here's an activity. Please listen. He said, when you are practicing integrity, when you're living it, try a small test to see the powerful effect of visualization. So he said, play with it. Okay. See, try visualizing something and see it happen. For example, you visualizing a friend who is going to call you and see that person actually calls you. Okay? Like, for instance, I visualize someone is going to return me the money they owe me. Then I want to see that whether the person will return the money, Let's see, Actually, I've been visualizing that since, the person who owes me money. Okay, let's see. So I'm going to play with this. Are you all going to play with that? Visualize something and make it happen. Then you will see your power of visualization is working. Your integrity you're living with integrity. Yes? This is quite fun. Okay, all of you please play with it, and come and report to me, by next week, okay? When we group here, you all have to report to me. Oh, last week you asked me to do this activity. I went to visualize it, and true enough, whatever I visualize, that thing happened. You're going to come and report to me, okay? But first of all, please start living with integrity. Whatever you say to yourself and others, start living it, okay? Don't have loose end that not tight, Don't have that. Then you start seeing the power of your words and visualization. Okay? Next slide. So, he said, visualization leads to creation. See, it's not that we're not creative. We don't have creativity because you're not integrated. When you don't have integrity, no creativity, you're just like a dry fella, dull fella. That's why when you start living with integrity, you see, if you observe children, see, when we're born, we naturally live with all these tattvas. But in the process of growing up, society make us forget integrity, authenticity, all that. So if you look at very young kids, they are very integrated and authentic. And you can see their power visualization is so amazing. before they lose it. If I work with young kids, I've seen it, again and again. So your visualization leads to creation. So verbalization is the cosmic feminine energy known as nada, the nada. Okay. Visualization is the cosmic masculine energy known as bindu. Nada, bindu. They are like two aspects of cosmic energy. See, when both meet, creativity happens. Kala, the creation of the cosmos, happen. Kala is the creation of the cosmos. So the science of creating requires visualization. The science of creation requires visualization. If your inner space is overcrowded with your non-integrity, with all your verbalization, because you give words, right, but you never fulfill, so it's like crowded with all the impurities, all the hangovers of your past declaration but not fulfilled. What happened? How can you visualize anything? All the shit is still inside. Nothing can be visualized. Understand? So you can't literally. So there is no space for the visualization of what you want to happen in you, because you have been crowded with too much verbalization, words you give to yourself and others but didn't do. Only if you are continuously completing with yourself and with others and returning the space of integrity will you have proper visualization. Proper visualization can only happen when you empty out yourself from all the past hangovers and then get back to the space of integrity. Understand? Give me a thumbs up. You are following Swamiji? Yes? Okay, great. Moving on to the next slide. Part 2. Okay, he said the energy of your Muladhara chakra, your root center, is the raw material out of which you carve your life. If it is a pot of molten gold, liquid gold, you'll be able to make a golden deity out of your life, right? You can make anything from the golden liquid gold, the molten gold. Whether make deities, make bangles, make jewelry, make a crown for yourself. You can create anything you want when you have that liquid gold. So here's a contemplation that Swamiji wants all of us to do. Integrity has the power to awaken your visualization and make whatever you want into reality. Now you know the science of manifestation, how to manifest your reality physically on planet Earth through aligning back to integrity, which awakens your power of visualization and the energy to convert visualization into physical reality. Okay, this is the equation. Catch the equation. Otherwise, you will miss the science of manifestation. The key is integrity. Next slide. So integrity makes you a super achiever. Not only increase your creativity, it also makes you a super achiever, high achiever. Okay? So see, if you observe a lot of high achiever in business, in corporate world, they are very integrated people. Okay? So if you have integrity, every word the master gives you will just become reality in your life. Understand, if you are living with integrity, if Swamiji gives a truth, it will just manifest in your life. Ding! It just effortlessly just manifests. Just like how when he gave a powerful cognition in a satsang, and you are integrated to Guru and with yourself, you're living with integrity, you see that Satya, the powerful cognition becomes Satya in you, becoming truth in you. You simply start living it. When you're not integrated, whatever golden wisdom, golden nuggets that he sends to you, you were not able to catch any. You just be dropping and missing it. Hey, how come I'm not able to catch any golden nuggets from Swamiji? Because your non-integrity is not able to make it into reality for you. Understand how people are struggling when Swamiji gives so much. He's giving so much again and again, but why some people is able to manifest, some people is not able to manifest? Integrity. So even the instruction, he said, even the instruction I have not directly given to you, but which exists in my visualization, will be realized in your visualization. I actually experienced that before. See, when Swamiji was expounding on Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, so he will be talking in the satsang, and I will be sitting down there, listening to the satsang, of course. And suddenly, let's say he gives something, then in my visualization, I will be able to see something. Even he didn't talk, I will be able to visualize that. That's what he meant. That you get additional information, which may not be verbalized by him, but you can see through his visualization, and you're able to capture that visualization within yourself. That is the power of integrity. So he said, I have some disciples who know exactly what to do in a given situation, and they take responsibility to do it without even being asked or guided. They simply pick up the energy which I'm radiating, and they are, then there are others, no matter how many times somebody give instruction, guidance, it doesn't happen. It just won't happen. They may have some reason, excuses, but in the end, it is a burden of the unfulfilled visualization and incompletion in the inner space that doesn't allow them to visualize and follow through with the instructions. Now you see how in some, like when you work with devotees in the Sangha, sometimes they are not able to manifest. That is what Swamiji is referring. I remember when I received the blessing from Devi Parashakti in 2021. Was it 2020? 2021, I think. Yeah. Basically, I received the blessing to manifest Igurku. In the Akashic reading, I asked, Swamiji who come as a Devi Parashakti in the Akashic reading. I asked him to bless me to manifest Guruku. Because during that time, the COVID, right, many kids cannot attend a Guruku session because we are not able to hold it in the center. I remember that time. Many of them parents want to have the kids to continue with the Guruku lesson. But I was not able to do it because with the COVID lockdown, we can't meet. So the only way is to do it online, okay? And doing online, we need certain, what do you call that? A certain structure. So in the end, a certain legal requirement, because the session is now moved online. So I remember how intensely I was so fired up that it took me 3 months to get the legal paper done. I was just like, so many rounds of obstacles. I have to go through so many people in the Sangha with the lawyer, ding dong. I think for 3 months. Finally, I got the document to manifest. Then I think in October 2021, we officially declare the manifestation of Guruku Singapore. So that was what, I just want to share my experience. Next slide. So bring yourself to a high level of integrity through completion with yourself and others. So any incompletion you have with others, please start completing. Any incompletion with the Timely, any incompletion, if you're incompletion with me, please complete with me so that you can bring yourself back to integrity. you will become an amazing high achiever, not a follower. You become a leader in your work, in your relationship, in your life. Okay? So integrity can make you a fast learner and a high achiever because you have less inner chatters, less thoughts, less garbage inside. So naturally, whatever is spoken, you just absorb and you learn things very, very fast. And that's how you become a high achiever as well. Thumbs up, got it?
Got it.
High achievers and fast learners need to live with integrity. Yes, Aya, you want to ask a question?
No, I didn't. I just wanted to say I got it.
You what?
You asked whether you got it. I say yes, I got it.
Okay, you got it. Great. Resonating with this higher truth, right? All of you vibrating with the frequency of samputi, integrity. Next slide. So then he talked about another benefit of living with integrity is awakening of your Kundalini Shakti, your inner potential energy. See, your inner potential energy, which is known as Kundalini, is like a big fountain of water ready to gush out. But your negative commitments, your energy clogs in the system, it blocks that. There's an energy block. And our big rocks stacked on top of that fountain. That fountain is like, it's ready, like Ganga is ready to flow, but you're blocking with all those clogs and blocking the pathway so that no water can flow. Okay, so this is what is happening. Like all this block, like the damping is happened. You create a dam, so this energy cannot flow. So when you choose to live with integrity, you will continuously align your thinking with your being. You won't create any confusion, contradictions, or conflicting thoughts or action. There will not be struggle. Everything will be very straightforward and clear. So practicing integrity and doing completion clear those rocks away. Understand, continuously living with integrity and the completing what you didn't fulfill, and all that remove the blockages. So it means that there will be a clear path for the Kundalini energy to travel through your body and then express in your life. It is like having all the blockages in the hose clear so that the water flows easily through it to nourish all the plants and flowers in the garden. Okay, so that is what we're fundamentally trying to do when we start living through integrity. Next slide. Okay, second. Next. So when you bring integrity into your life, your fantasy of how life should be will disappear. Your fears will disappear. Your habit of worrying will disappear. No more worrying. Your need for attention will disappear. Your need for approval will disappear. Your jealousy, all the other chakras start aligning. All the others above 6 chakra. See, Muladhara chakra relates to integrity. When you start building the foundation of integrity, fear disappear, worry disappear, attention need disappear, jealousy disappear, ego disappear, discontentment disappear. All the 6 chakra above the Muladhara chakra just start getting energized and start flowing. Understand? So integrity will dissolve all the energetic blocks and open up all your 7 chakras, 7 energy center for the Kundalini pathway to happen. Kundalini start flowing from Muladhara to the crown center. So your health will be at its peak. Your life will be beautiful. This is what we want, isn't it? Just simple, one spiritual principle. In integrity, aligning back to integrity, you have beautiful health, you have beautiful life. You have healthy body and beautiful life. That's all. That's the equation. Get it? Huh? But how many people are able to catch it? Not many people. Just see how many people are not here. Only few people are here. Okay, next slide. It means they still need to waste some more time. Okay, so he said integrity will clear the path of your energy flow. Authenticity will awaken the latent Kundalini energy in you. Responsibility, the 4 tattvas, responsibility will send the awakened energy into the world so that the world will listen to you. The world will take you seriously. How you become a leader is when you take the responsibility. Once your words means volume, you will see the moment you open your mouth only, they will all listen. Oh, this man speaks the truth. This person speaks the truth. Let's follow this person. When you enrich yourself and life around you, the world just follows you. Not only will others listen to you, but they will just follow you. Not just listening, follow. So when you are integrated and authentic, your Kundalini energy is awakened very safely. There's no misdirecting the energy to some negative thoughts, where perversion can happen. So with responsibility, it flows into the world to fulfill your inner visualizations. It will make whatever you want into reality with enriching. Your peak potential in every dimension will become reality. You will create heaven on planet Earth. Not only just for yourself, but for others whom you enrich, whom you work with. You will just create heaven on earth. Not health. When you don't live with integrity, health is what you have. Okay? Next slide. So here's the contemplation. When you bring integrity into your life, your fantasy, your fear, your habit of worrying pattern, your attention need, your jealousy, all the negative emotion that each other chakras, all the 7 chakras will just disappear. Okay? Cool, right? This is something that a new click for me. Personally, I didn't know that. Personally, when I work on these slides, then I realize, oh God, this is so powerful. Never occurred to me. So now I'm able to catch it. Next slide. So he said all your negativities is rooted in the past. Your past only, which is a dead past. Remember last week we said your past is dead past. So the first thing integrity will do is remove all the weeds rooted in your past failure that you constantly cherishing. As I said earlier, when you become aware of your inner chatters, you see so many negative tracks playing inside you. I'm a loser. I can't get things done. I'm so stressed. This is too difficult. I can't do it. I can't fulfill all my responsibilities. This is too difficult. I'm so scared. What is going to happen to me? Something is wrong with me. I'm not good enough. I don't dare to do it. I'm so scared. I can't have what I want. Everybody hated me. So all this garbage of negativity that you utter inside you consciously, it's like, oh, how am I going to manifest the money? I feel like I have no money. I'm not going to be able to manifest wealth, to live, to secure my living. If you have all these thoughts, which are nothing but negative weeds inside you, because of a past failure, in the past you couldn't do it, and you're just replaying that again and again in like a tape recorder inside you. So these are just a few examples of negative tracks that you constantly play as a background music of your thoughts, right? It's like a tape recorder. You rewind it again and again. They all have their source in the past. Yeah, it happened in the past, but doesn't mean that your future has to be a repeat of your past. Now take responsibility to complete all this shit. Sorry, use the word shit because they are all nonsense inside. And just complete it and create a new space for new possibility to happen. Align yourself back to positivity. When you clear the negativity, positivity can even happen in you. Only when positivity happens, new possibility can happen. First, align yourself back to positivity. The space of integrity is the space of positivity. Okay? Next slide. So negativity needs some past evidence as a support for it to survive. Okay? So if you keep thinking of your past, be very clear, you have given energy, life to your negativity from the past. Remembering the past with a negative limiting story creates negative weeds. Negative weeds inside you is like keep sprouting because you feed it with your past failure. Okay? When you feed it with past failure, then the negativity will come. So please be very clear, negativity cannot be based in the future. It's always from the past. So negativity can be rooted only in the past. The events of the past are the seeds of negative weeds to grow. If you know that you have all these negative thoughts, go and get back to the past and clean it up, complete with that past. So when the weeds are happening through integrity, by keeping your words with yourself and others and completing with your past, you and your future will be free from this load, from this past of negativity. Okay? Thumbs up. You get the understanding of how to remove the negativity, which is from your past. Yes? Everybody? Okay, next slide. So he said, listen, all your negative thinking, your fears, your anxiety, everything is rooted in the past. If you look a little deeply into yourself, you will understand. When you become aware of your thinking, when you become integrated with your thinking, your past no longer has power over your future or over your inner space. You just realize that, this past, yes, it happened. Yeah, I'm complete with that. I'm ready to move on. I don't want to entertain, my past anymore because it has no role in my future. I want to create a new future. If I keep thinking of that past, then no future can ever happen. So you will not hold on to your memories of the past and project it into your future, limiting your possibility. Even carrying fears of your future is a direct result of harboring wrong ideas from the past and forcing them onto your future. Understand? Carrying fears about your future, your fear of your unknown, your fear of how your future is going to be, it is rooted from your past ideas. And you, based on that past idea, you plonk it into your future. So you abuse your future with the wrong impressions from your past. Don't do that. It's a crime because you are destroying your future. When you create your future from the wrong ideas from the past. Okay, next slide. So here's an activity. Write down all the negative inner chatters or thoughts that you have about yourself. Now, Somji is again bringing you back to yourself. You as Paramashiva. But you forgot that you're Paramashiva. So now, how to align yourself to awaken the Paramashivatva in you? First, let's get rid of all the negative thought current you have about yourself. Oh, I can't do it. I feel like I'm so stupid. Oh, all that. Write it down now. What you say to yourself, one by one, start completing with them. I think just now in the early activity, you may have started writing. So whatever you have, just keep writing. And then you're going to say goodbye to all of them. You're going to say, okay, get lost. I don't need you anymore. I'm going to empty you out from my inner space. I'm going to now start on a clean slate, a pure inner space where I manifest new possibility. I'm going to create powerful visualization into reality. Okay? Because they belong to your past, not your future. You don't want all this. You want a new future. Everybody wants a new future. Okay? So just write down. So tonight, before you sleep, before you go to bed, okay, maybe what we do, we'll do it now. Okay, we're going to do the meditation. We'll do for 11 minutes. Okay, next slide. I think is this the last slide? If I'm not wrong. Okay, let's finish a few more. So how does negativity take root in you? Let's understand. Listen, any negativity can only become strong in you if you constantly remember your past experiences through the filter of failure. If you keep seeing everything as failure, then that become entrenched in you. You become thinking habits, your thinking habits. They become your thinking habits. So negativity cannot grow in your inner space, cannot have power over you in your inner space, cannot have strength in your inner space if your past memories are not continuously supplied as evidence. Don't think about the past. Past is already dead. Let it go. So next slide. So it is through your unconscious commitment to your thinking habits and behavior that you keep the negativity alive in your system. Again and again, you supply this thinking of negativity as evidence of your limited story of you and your possibility. You create a small life and look around at all the proof, evidence that exists to support this negative belief you carry about yourself. And for example, let's say you have the negative thought pattern, I'm not good enough. You continually support that belief by judging yourself, by what you haven't accomplished. I didn't do this, I failed this, I failed that. What is missing and what has not yet to be done? You keep supplying evidence by thinking of all these misses. So you have a long to-do list, which is a burden to you, and you spend more time worrying about it than actually creating and following a plan to successfully complete it all. Okay, don't do that. Start completing. Next slide. So this creates a vicious cycle of self-fulfilling prophecy of failure that proves your idea that you are not good enough. This is how you create this self-fulfilling prophecy. It is as if you take a weed, find a special plot of land for it, fertilize the soil, plant it, water it regularly, and then after a few years wonder, how did this garden become so full of weeds? You created one weeds and you multiply the whole garden and become weeds instead of fruits and flowers. You create weeds only. Understand? Next slide. So when you become integrated, the first thing you understand is that your past failures are not actually failures in the way that you think. Your failures do not make you a failure. Understand? It is just one incident. So what? The number of times you remember your failure is the real problem. If you keep remembering the failure, then that's a problem, not the failure itself. So if you just learn from the situation and move on, everything will be fine. But instead, you're caught brooding over it, you're cherishing over it, you think about it for years and years and years and destroy your years. There is an emotional hangover from the event, so it doesn't leave your system. It is like you go to a vacation only for 1-2 days, but for months after that, you show those photographs to everybody and then keep on enjoying them. You bring so much importance to those memories that it makes the vacation look too big for you, much bigger than it actually was. So you're making your failure bigger than you think it is. No, there's no failure. Just, okay, you miss something, then move on. But you make that failure into a big hoo-ha and miss life. Next slide. So here's another activity that Swamiji gives. He said, in a diary or a book of heart, write down your most frequently occurring negative thoughts and ideas about yourself and life. Repeat this task for the next 4 days. Each day, just write down everything without editing and close your book. At the end of the 5 days, okay, do it for 5 days. Open the book and read what you have written. You realize that you're replaying the same negative thoughts in your inner space. So when you caught yourself, you're doing this again and again to yourself. Now you know how to stop it. Okay? When you're not aware, then you don't even know where to begin to break the current. Next slide. So he said, drop your past failure. Every moment, the load of your past does not allow you to progress in the future. The load of your past is like a huge iron ball chained to your legs. How long can you drag with this iron ball? Expect to move forward? Can't, right? You'll be heavy. You can't even move. You can't even fly. So listen, he said that you're capable of taking responsibility only for your future. You cannot do anything about your past, right? So then when you practice integrity, you will not allow your past to come and interfere with your future, your present moment, and then destroy your future. So what Swamiji is saying is that what he's sharing this point is the most practical principle of life. Negativity has its root only in your past. Most of the time you're caught in the fear, jealousy, anger, lust without even being aware. So when you start practicing integrity with integrity, you will be aware of every thought that you are having. You'll be so crystal clear. Next slide. So here's another contemplation he gives. If you don't remember your past again and again and again, the first thing will happen is that you will be free from your past and your inner space will be available for your future responsibility and responsible future. Okay? I think this is the last slide. We're going to spend, go back. We're going to spend, we don't have much time left. We're going to spend 5 minutes, okay, contemplating on basically what kind of negative self-fulfilling prophecies that you constantly cherish, how you talk to yourself. And we're going to drop it. Because just now you created a list already, right? You created a list, right? Yes? So now let's empty it now before we leave this room, okay? We'll do it together. It doesn't take a lot of effort, honestly. I just need to bring awareness and your understanding that, hey, that's enough, okay? All right, so now sit. You can put on the eye band if you want. Otherwise, you just close your eyes. We'll do 5 minutes. All you need to take is 5 minutes. You don't need to spend too much time. Because now the powerful cognition is already reverberating inside you. Just need to make a conscious decision. Drop this. Okay, start now.
Let you all open all your 3 eyes.
So close your eyes. Remember what are the self-negative prophecy that you create one by one. Decide consciously to drop them, let go, so that you empty your inner space for visualization and creation to happen.
Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
All right, relax. You can open your eyes now. If you feel that you haven't finished the contemplation or the meditation, you can do it tonight. Take a thorough acid wash of your inner space from all kind of negativity, all kind of past hangovers. So do acid wash, okay? Acid wash your inner space. That's the word I want to say. So this session is all about cleaning, letting go your past, so that new energy can be awakened for manifestation, for visualization, then manifestation. Got it? Yes? So, we've come to the end of today's session. It's a bit long so I'll just quickly finish, okay? So, become e-citizen, because all these things can only happen if you become the e-citizen and start living, the tattvas that Swamiji is giving. Science of living enlightenment. Next slide. I just want to go quickly. Okay, right now Swamiji is doing this amazing program called United Nations, Paramashiva Sena, where a lot of delegates are in Antigua now, in Barbuda, which is near the Caribbean Sea, and it's going to go on for this whole entire month. Many kids and parents are there now also. So, if you feel like going there and experience this, let us know. We will help you to cause your reality, and you can still go there if you are seriously interested. Okay, next slide. Next, we're going to have a public holiday this weekend, Saturday, or is Hari Raya Haji. So I'm going to initiate a public holiday special laughter meditation. Please don't miss this, okay? Whoever is becoming too serious, cannot laugh, please come for this session. If you can come into the Adinam, that's the best. You know why? Group energy, when you do the laughter meditation in a group energy, the whole place will vibrate in tremendous energy. See, it's like one person radiate 10 volt, and if you have like 10 people, it's not 100 volt, it's 1000 volts. It's a multiply effect. So if you can, come to the Adinam and do this meditation together, okay? That would be my recommendation. So I'll be hosting this session. Please come. Next slide. So next week, we'll continue with the last part of this chapter, integrity, samputi, okay? Part 3. So see you next week. Nityananda, please share your clicks in the group because we don't have time now. So please share your clicks, how you feel. Today I really got a few clicks, so I'm really, really grateful to Swamiji, even when I'm sitting just now, just for 5 minutes, having a conversation with him in my inner space. So it was really, really nice. You want to take a screen grab of the screenshot now that she has stopped sharing. So do you find today's session useful? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Powerful session. Today's session is too powerful. I was like, oh my God, Swamiji, you just revealed the science behind how manifestation can happen. Oh my God, it's like the best gift I received, today. So I'm really, really happy. I'm just going back to start working on it. So with that, I would like to conclude with the Purna mantra. Thank you all for joining. So bow down in deep gratitude to Swamiji for his immense compassion and enlightening session today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sovam Bhagavad Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Parka Paramastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you, Nityanandam. See you next week. Don't miss the part 3, okay? Have a good evening, Nityananda.